little bit scary when we were leaving the plane and we were informed that we had consumed all of the alcohol. And I don't think it had ever been done before on an Alaska Airlines plane.
I had such a good time with you on the plane down there. I had a blast. That was the funnest 3 hours in the air of my life.
I'm telling you one thing. There's a lady out there that's lucky she didn't get bitch slapped.
No kidding. I heard at one point because No Name was just pretty loud on the plane, which I could barely hear you, but apparently your voice just cut right through her brain. And then the baby across the aisle starts wailing.
Oh, yeah, that was great.
She stood up and asked the stewardess if she could take someone's seat in coach.
Good.
Like, can I switch with someone? Can I? And no, they had nothing for her.
Yeah. The best was waiting in the customs line, and I'm standing next to some guy, and he's like, oh, you're in a big group. Like, blah, you guys seem like you're having a good time. We're like, yeah. And like, the lady's, like, right next to me in the line, so real loud. I'm like, yeah, there was some bitch sitting behind me. Like,
you didn't.
I tell the guy the whole story, and I'm just going off on her, and I can tell she looks over me, she's like, and her husband's like, getting all like,
oh my God, you didn't.
That flight, our group was legendary on that flight.
We sold them out of liquor.
Everywhere I went on that bar in that town, I got stopped at a bar by somebody on the flight going, dude, what happened to you at the airport? You know? Hey, radio dude, what the hell happened to you, man?
Yeah.
That was awesome when you're in the class and you're laughing.
And your wife's crying.
I know, poor Shauna.
I know.
Everyone kept going up to me going, poor Shauna.
Someone slipped him in a Viagra in Mexico. 8 hours of arousal.
Just saying, man.
For Human, no wonder he's pissed off.
Can't stop eating.
Or being aroused. Hey, sorry. Be nice. Be more sensitive.
Off the computer,
yeah, get off the computer, Human. It's time to talk about what's really going on.
What is really going on?
We're wondering.
Here's the question. Dude, why at dinner did you feel it appropriate to tell my wife that you were sitting there with a stiffy?
What's up with that?
For 8 hours.
For 8 hours, you told us. And then he couldn't stop eating. There's something wrong with Human, and we believe that someone slipped you a Viagra.
No.
Don't look at that computer. You look at that computer.
Don't look at that computer.
I am going to rip your eyes out.
Well, here's what happened. Shauna, I think, looked at me and said, is everything okay? It looks like you're having trouble walking or something like that.
I'm sure she said that.
And I said, listen, I don't know
As they were
what's going
sitting
on,
at a table on the beach.
But I said I've been sleeping a lot, and I can't get like as much as I eat, I'm never full. And on top of that,
he did eat a huge meal and then ate all the food that was left, all the bad food that was left over in everybody else's plate.
You were tired, you were super hungry, and you had an 8 hour...
8 hour boner, yeah.
It's AIDS cancer.
Wow.
That's what it is.
I think someone slipped you something. I really do. Have you ever had that happen to you before? It's called priapism, right?
That's right. We did a story about it down in Mexico.
That's right.
I've never had that before.
So this was it, the very first. I think someone slipped him a Mickey.
I think you could have been slipped a Viagra or Cialis. Those things will last
But the other
forever.
thing is,
Jan.
1, 2, 3.
I could never get full. Like, I must have had like 3 bowls of chips and
Chris hung
salsa.
I know. He could not stop eating. Coming up.
I rocked that crowd.
He worked the crowd.
I was the king of the... I won all the events.
Don't you move.